such an asshole.
How you kids doing? Cappy wants to go to the gym. He's gonna go to the gym one of these days to get the abs. That way you get the girls. Anonymous writes, let me get to the request here. Hi, Cappy. Please keep me anonymous if possible. I'd like a video response. I've been following your channel for quite some time, and I greatly enjoy your videos. It now turns out that I find myself in a situation where I would greatly appreciate some advice. First, I feel like I should give you some background context so you could give me the best information. Graduated with a master's degree in petroleum engineering from a European university in 2016. Unfortunately, this was during the peak of the oil crisis, so it's next to impossible to find a job in the oil industry at the time. Needing a job, I applied to other places outside the oil industry and ultimately ended up being offered a one-year contract to teach science at the local high school. As the bills had to be paid, I accepted. Wait, you didn't just cry to the sky and, oh, somebody, not me, give me more government money. I thought that's how they do it in Europe. All right, you decided to go the manly route and pay for yourself. Okay, where have all the good men gone? As the bills had to be paid, I accepted the job as it seemed like a decent gig to have while I waited for the job market to improve for geoscientists. But as my teaching gig neared its end in spring of 2017, the job market was still abysmal. At this time, however, there was a job opening for a PhD position in a field at my local university. In my country, PhD candidates are considered employees and not students. So you are paid a decent, but not overwhelmingly great annual salary, as well as offered standard job benefits. I decided to apply for the job and got the offer in a year and a time. I'm trying not to identify it because academics hate me because I keep telling the truth. And I don't know how woke your universities are over there in Europe, so why risk it? I figured that obtaining a PhD would be a good way to ride out the oil crisis, and a PhD would also qualify me for potential positions in R&D divisions in the industry. Fast forward, several years later, I completed my PhD only to be faced with yet another down slump in the industry due to COVID. Once again, getting an industry job turned out to be extremely difficult, so I again decided to apply elsewhere. It was then with a great feeling of deja vu, I once more found myself in the position where the first job I was offered was a teaching job. And yet again, as the bills had to be paid, I decided to take the job. It is so tragic that you had this ability. Like, have you thought about working for the Saudis? I mean, any place, any? Now, this particular job has, however, turned out to be quite a sweet deal. You're working at a school that operates differently than regular school. In your position, you do intensive courses for remedial students. I'm trying to keep you anonymous here, or to people who never took the courses in the first place but now wish to take them later in life. The other 50% of my time is spent teaching introductory math and physics to engineering students enrolled in a local college. Thus, all my students are adults, and every single one of them is there by choice. There is never any problems with class behavior. Oh, sounds nice. Furthermore, my boss is fantastic and completely trusts me to do my job. Thus, he allows me to fully be in charge of all my work, and I never have to be present unless I have classes to teach. In addition, wow, it's almost like there's a place where there's responsible adults allowed to do responsible adult things with responsible students. Due to the special nature of this teaching position, there is zero bureaucracy administration involved. There are no meetings, no HR, no BS. I can focus entirely on my teaching. Oh my God. Where do I sign up? Lastly, the job pays handsomely. And as I primarily teach intensive courses, this position comes with a whopping, wow, a lot of vacation time there. So basically, I get paid a full-time salary for part-time work. During my vacation time, I'm free to do anything I want, including working potential side gigs, which may bump up my annual salary further should I wish. Now, here comes the dilemma. The oil industry is now hiring again. Oh, is it now? And I see job ads for geoscientists popping up everywhere. I'm tempted to apply for some of these jobs, but part of me is now thinking that it might not be a bad idea to just stay where I am. Sure, I'm technically clearly overqualified for my current position with a PhD, and a job in the industry would definitely pay more than what I currently earn. However, I would also have to give up all my current benefits, such as a great boss, lots of flexibility, no pointless meetings, no HR, and several months annual vacation time in exchange for potentially corporate drudgery, far less vacation time, and the uncertainty of who my future boss would be. I know your general disdain towards the teaching profession, and sure, I would contribute more to the economy if I was working for an oil company. Plus, it would allow me to better use my intellectual and analytical skills. However, as I am, after all, teaching the hard sciences, I don't have to inject PC nonsense into my lessons. And as I am teaching future engineers, I feel that my job at least has some merit. I also receive a lot of great feedback. Boo. So, in your opinion, what do you think I should do in my current situation? Should I just appreciate my current benefits and stay where I am, or do you think it would be wise for me to move in on to an industry job? Thanks in advance. So, all right, I will rule. I am ruling, about to rule. I'll sit down and shut the F up. Judge Cappy about to lay down his judgment. You all burn. All right. Yeah, keep your job. Absolutely, dude. And there's several reasons. One, you list like it's the greatest job ever. You are teaching engineers. You're not a HR professor. You're not a sociology professor. You're not a one of these jokes of professors that only have jobs because they create prereqs. You are an authentic, legitimate professor teaching an authentic, legitimate subject to humans that are going on and contribute and produce in society. And then yes, it's too sweet a gig, man. It's too sweet a gig. You make a lot of money, you get a lot of months off, and especially when you said you have your boss is a great boss and there's no HR or politics or BS, that's a slam dunk, man. Slam dunk. Not even close. Keep that job. Now, that being said, let's go into some other things. Another reason for you to keep that job. The oil industry is a commodities industry and it's volatile. It is also very politically sensitive because anytime you get one of these pansy ass pussies in there, Democrats, labor, I don't know what country you're in, but your version of the pussies, the political pussy party. We call ours the Democrat. In Canada, they got two. And then in Europe, it's Labour. In the United Kingdom, and then just the outright social, whatever, the parasite pussy political party, the four P's. They decide, yeah, we don't like oil. Oh, where's the oil? Hey, it's a little cold. Let's cut off that gas. It's just not, it's not that reliable anymore. I mean, you could make a killing not too long ago, which is why I'd say go and apply overseas. But because of its volatile nature, no, I would not give up your permanent, good, well-paying position for this. No. The other thing I was going to relate it to, it reminds me a lot of pilots. The airline industry was horribly volatile. Now they can't find enough. Well, boomers, you should have trained some. Whoa, you just furlough. I know a buddy, one of my best friends, he's a pilot, and the hell he had to go through. And now they're like, oh, can you fly some more? No, I can't. So I absolutely would not give up your permanent job. You got to eat, and you studied hard for it. You kind of earned this a little bit. But if you got all that extra time off, it is a tragedy that you have all this technical skill and ability, and you're never able to use it. So I don't know, what is there anything keeping you from doing consulting or part-time work? Can you go work on an oil rig for 2 months and then come? I mean, there must be some form of part-time or contractual employment that you could go and do your petroleum engineer nerd thing, and then come back and teach. I gotta imagine. I think you got the best situation possible because, people are gonna get laid off because we shut off the Keystone Pipeline, or Russia decided to invade, or whatever the reasons. Somebody got sand in their vagina at a Democrat party pussy political party. Oh no, you lost your job. We don't have the money for that anymore. Well, then you go do your teaching thing. But I think, yeah, contract, consult, part-time work, whatever. and then come back, I don't know, work you're Europe, what, the North Seas oil rigs, work something. Go do it. But, tell your employer, like, "I go back and I teach." "Well, we need a year." "Well, too bad." They're like, "Okay, all right, fine, we'll change your mind." Say, "Yeah, you guys are too volatile in industry. I have it, but, now you're hiring again." "Well, it might be 10 years. This might last 6 months, and then there'll be another 10 years before you hire. I will work for you on a part-time, temporary contract basis, and then I go and I teach." But yeah, man, you get my full blessing to remain a teacher. Absolutely. We do need teachers. Teachers are very important. The reason I hate it's not even the teaching profession. I just hate the current teachers that occupy it because they're scum. You're not scum. Teachers are very important. This is why you got a bunch of Zoomers who are like thinking like, well, maybe I'm not male. Like legit, or you just like told that by your teachers? Well, maybe I should major in sociology. Did you not see the 3 generations before you? There's no shame in being a good teacher. It's just that there's so many shameful teachers, the profession is shamed. Matter of fact, if you're gonna talk to a girl or anyone like, I'm a calculus teacher or a physics teacher," like, "No, no, I'm a real one. No, I'm not teaching them to cut their tits off. No, that's not my domain." All right, there you go. Any super chats? Whoa, $100? Dude. Man, Romar, whoa, you didn't hit 1 0 too many? Romar 99 Turbo. My God, man, thank you. Thanks, Mr. Celery. Well, I didn't do anything for you. You sure you don't want something? I should really That's what I should do. I've been meaning to get back into merch, try and do it. Like, if you ever give me $100 super chat, I'll mail you a mug or a shirt or something. I gotta figure out something. That's awfully nice of you, Romar. Thank you very much. Hey, look at these two guys. Let me show. Okay, so you see where it says Atham El Decua and it says El Chato. He's picking out chat. You see how it's a white background there with El Chato? That indicates Atham did not give me $100. Matter of fact, he didn't give me any dollars. He didn't give me a peso. And if we go down here to Chad Elkins, also presumable friend of mine, you will also notice the white background with no color and no dollars or pesos or any currency for that matter. Let's do our color again here. Let's go up to Romar. Ooh, nice red. Look at the numbers. Now let's go to my friend Atham. Nothing. Nothing. Nada, as they say in his hometown. Let me see. Let's scroll down. We got any? No. We just got more white back screen here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Wholesome DJ Aftershock, who was like totally donating billions of dollars to the Elkins accounting arm when I have the split. Apparently, it's a white background again with no numbers and dollar signs. All right. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.